Auburn Blitz is now on the air. Your daily look into what's happening in Auburn athletics. With your host, Andy Graham, Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle.
Hello again, everyone, and good Thursday afternoon. Welcome into this, the latest edition of the Auburn Blitz. I am Andy Graham, alongside David Jones. We'll be with you for the next hour, taking your comments, taking your phone calls, talking about everything going on in the world of Auburn athletics. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. Auburn welcoming in Mississippi State on Saturday to Jordan-Hare Stadium, 2:30 on the SEC Network. I think I looked high 80.
I saw
80, 81.
I saw 84. Is
You
it
see
80?
84?
You got your hat and your sunglasses ready?
I'm telling you, you got low 80s, let's just say that,
Yeah.
for a nice fourth week in October.
And you know where you and I sit in the stadium, if it's a 2:30 game,
You're going to be in the
we're
sun
gonna be in
for
the sun most of the game.
4/5 of the game.
Yeah, yeah.
But I look, I've been to Iron Bowls where I wore a T-shirt.
That's right.
I mean, this is not out of the norm.
80's okay. We'll be
I'm
all right.
fine. I'm loving it.
Yeah.
I think that's great because there'll be if it's like today, there'll be a nice little breeze.
Yeah.
And I mean, 80 in October is it's not the same as 80 in July.
No.
It feels different. It's
I
not.
think it'll be a
Now,
beautiful day.
yeah, I think it should be a very beautiful day. So hopefully, we'll all get to enjoy that. But
Hopefully.
today, look, David, we've talked about it, and the problems with the Auburn offense are evident. They are obvious. They are plentiful for everyone to see.
Yeah.
And Hugh Freeze has said it. We've said it. Everybody's said it. It's a combination of things. Coaches, players, execution, talent, all these offensive line, wide receivers, quarterbacks. However, when you look at it, the quarterback he touches the ball every play. Mm-hmm. Are they making the throws they need to make? We're running a quarterback rotation instead of just putting one guy out there in a traditional way for an offense. Yeah. So this week, Peyton Thorne and Robbie Ashford spoke to the media, had a lot of comments, had a lot to say, a lot of good questions about the quarterback rotation, about how they fit into it. So, look, there's a lot here. There's no way we'll get through all of it by any means, and I'm not going to even try. But I did read through it and picked out a few things that I thought were pretty interesting and some of the things that they said. So we're going to look at that today. We'll turn our attention to the Bulldogs of Mississippi State. Just a preview here. Auburn leads the Mississippi State series 62-31-3. People don't realize that Auburn and Mississippi State, they have played about as much as they played Georgia. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Played a lot more than they played Alabama. But 62-31-3, Auburn and Mississippi State. Since 1981, Auburn leads the series 28-13. Mm-hmm. Since the year 2000, Auburn leads the series 15-8. Since 2013, the last 10 years, Auburn 5-5. Mm-hmm. That's a disturbing trend.
Yeah. Mississippi State we're talking about.
Yeah. 5-5 since in the last 10 years for Auburn and Mississippi State. That's unacceptable. Yeah. That's I'm sorry. I apologize to our resident Bulldog.
Have we heard from him this week?
I haven't heard from him in a while. I apologize to all the Mississippi State fans.
I'm going to send him a
That's
Facebook
unacceptable
message.
For Auburn to be 5-5 in the last 10 years. So, again, we'll look at that. We'll break some down, some of these numbers with Auburn and Mississippi State. On paper, it looks like a very evenly matched football game. Will it be that? We'll see.
And when I looked at the stats that you posted, I'm going, these two teams almost identically mirror one another.
Yeah.
In many stats.
And the mirror is not kind.
No.
To either program.
No.
Some good news. Damari Alston looks like he will have a great chance to play on Saturday. So you getting Austin Keys back, you getting Keontae Scott back. Now you're getting Damari Alston back. The Auburn's probably as healthy as they have been since the beginning of the year.
That's correct.
That's a good sign. That's a good thing. Certainly moving forward, all hands on deck.
Yeah.
You're getting no excuses now. No. So we were missing this guy. No, you're getting everybody back. So that's another thing. So we'll look at that. We'll break that down. As always, we'd love to hear from you. 256-234-6221. Give us a call. Let us know what's on your mind. If you got any comments about any of the things that we talk about, or if you'd like to bring up a new subject, you can always dial us up on the Sports Blitz Facebook page. That's Sports with a Z. And comment away on that thread, and we'll get to as many of those as we can throughout the day. Or you can find us on YouTube, stream us on WOTM app on your Roku or Fire Stick, whatever it might be. Or just tune us in the old-fashioned way on TV on your Spectrum cable dial. David, it's good to see you today.
It's good to be here. I was not supposed to be here and had a
pulled
speaking engagement.
You pulled an audible on us.
Yeah. Glad to be here. There's one, Andy, I know we're going to get into these comments. There's one comment here, and I've watched the show. I try to watch the show every day anyway.
It's a good show.
It is a good show. I thought Brett and Randy did a really, really good job Tuesday with their breakdown. You know, we get dibs on Monday after the game, kind of diving in, and then they get to come on Tuesday behind us. Did a phenomenal job. You know, you and JJ had a good show yesterday. I think I still stand by, and I know people disagree with me. I still stand by dumping the quarterback shuffle and choosing one, and I told everybody Monday who I would choose and why. If we still have receivers not running the correct routes, we got problems and situations. And from some of these comments from the quarterbacks, that seems to be the case.
That was what jumped out at me as well.
Come on, man. And I made that comment yesterday to y'all about, enter Perry Thompson and Bryce Kane and Malcolm Simmons and hopefully a couple more.
Yeah.
And, of course, JJ made the point they are freshmen. But if you don't think we can stick those guys in there right now and get more production than what we're seeing, then I got a golf course out in the middle of the ocean, I'll tell you. I mean, that just boggles my mind.
Yeah. Well, let's dive in. You brought it up. Peyton Thorne spoke to the media this week. Question was asked, and we're talking about main things to improve on the offense. Obviously, the offense has a lot of room for improvement. Quote, Peyton Thorne, we definitely have some issues that we're trying to address. We've got to be on the same page with what we're doing with kind of everything. I don't feel like we're necessarily on the same page right now on Saturdays. I felt good with the game, with the plan going into the game Saturday in terms of the pass game. We got it there at the end of the game and had success moving the ball. And there were some guys open early in games too, and I wasn't able to get it to them. I feel like we're making progress. We're not on the same page 7 games into the year. If that's what you're talking about, like we keep, and I think that's why you're seeing Hooks playing time decrease because of running wrong routes, not recognizing coverages, not recognizing whatever, the formations. This is when you got, when you're at a disadvantage physically, and then you don't do the right things technically, it looks like what Auburn's offense looks like right now.
Yeah.
So, Hugh Freeze said something at the beginning of the year. He said, look, we may not be great, but the least we can do is line up right and play hard.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Well,
That's
you
part of
may
it.
not be the fastest guy. You may not have the greatest hands, and you may not have the, but at least you can do is run the right route, be where you're supposed to be, and, that will – if we're still not doing that, 7 games into the year, that's not going to – and I said it earlier this week, that's not going to change.
And, Andy, there's another statement within the statement here. You're exactly right in what you're saying. When he said there were some guys open early in the game, too, and I wasn't able to get it to them. He holds the ball too long a lot of the time. So when we do have guys open, sometimes our quarterback is not getting them the ball when they need the ball. Double whammy.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Boy, and you start to hear again. Okay, so you want to say, well, our talent level is not where it needs to be. Okay, so we're at a disadvantage physically. Mm-hmm. Now we're miscommunication between the receivers and the quarterback. Quarterback thinks the receiver's running this route. The receiver thinks they're running a different route. There's no chance to complete anything that way. And then then we wonder, well, is it the play calling? The play calling has zero to do with it if you don't get those first 2 things right.
That's right. That's exactly
So it's – and the next question was frustrating to experience the same issues. Yeah. Yeah, frustrating for everybody, for sure. Yeah, no doubt. Just getting started here on this edition of the Auburn Blitz. Be sure to join us when we come back with more right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Heritage South Credit Union in Alexander City is your community credit union, and they have been for over 80 years. Heritage South Credit Union proudly serves Tallapoosa, Coosa, Lee, Chambers, Randolph, and Chilton counties. From checking to business accounts, to share savings to club accounts, to their kids club and investments. Visit them online at myhscu.com. Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union for 80 years. Federally insured by NCUA.
When you need an automotive hero, you got to call S&S Discount Tire Pros. With locations in Alexander City and Dayville, we are here to serve you today. From quick services like oil changes and tire rotations to in-depth automotive repairs such as suspensions, brakes, and tune-ups, S&S can take care of all your tire needs. You just have to focus on what's important and love the drive. Call S&S Discount Tire Pros today. We are automotive heroes, and we are here to serve you.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Whether it's Lake Martin, Lay Lake, or Logan Martin, boaters from all over the state of Alabama come to Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama, because it's worth the drive. With the best deals on unbeatable Suzuki outboards, Manitou and Landau tri-tunes, and a great pre-owned inventory while they last. Alex City Marine is the pros the locals know. And no matter where you're from, when you're here, you're local to us. Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama. AlexCityMarine.com.
Russell Do-It Center and building supply stores have the tools and materials to get the job done right, whether you're a professional contractor or just a weekend do-it-yourselfer. With everyday customer conveniences like a drive-through lumberyard, price match promise, and our best rewards program, each of our 9 locations offer top brands and building materials like lumber, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. Visit today and see what Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply can help you build tomorrow.
Don't know what you got till it's
let's get serious. Let's get Arctic Air serious. You want your car and truck to live longer, don't you? Well, it's about maintenance. Same thing with Arctic Air. You see the number at the bottom of the screen? Call them right now. Let me tell you something. You want to be comfortable? We all want to be comfortable.
It's truck and SUV season at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika. If you've been waiting to buy, the time is now to save big. Heavy discounts on Chevrolet and GMC 4x4s, crew cabs, loaded and lifted, gas or diesel, half tons to 1 tons. Loads of new and used models, over 200 on the ground or on the way to Glenn Smith. Don't wait, call now. Get the best deal on your new truck or SUV at Glenn Smith in Opelika and get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David here with you. About 45 more minutes left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you being with us, spending your lunch hour with us. We are brought to you each and every day by J.A. Smith Construction and Excavation. No job is too big. No job is too small, commercial, residential, whatever it might be. Go and check out J.A. Smith Construction and Excavation today. Give them a call, 334-531-0199. Also, Central Alabama Community College, great place to get a great education here in Central Alabama. 4 campuses, Alexander City, Talladega, Prattville, and Childersburg. So very convenient. Russell Dewitt Center, they got a little bit of everything there. They can beat the big box store for all of your building supply, home decor, tools, whatever it might be. Go and check out Russell Dewitt Center today. You will be glad that you did.
Got some comments.
Well, let's hear it.
Hit those real quick. G. Gamble said, I think it's a good point. I thought the way Hugh Freeze developed Malik Willis quarterback situation wouldn't be an issue. We don't have a Malik Willis on campus.
Yeah, but the fact that he did, I mean, you look what and then that begs the question, how much did he actually have to develop Malik Willis?
Right.
I mean, Malzahn never used him.
Right.
So we could have put him in, and he could have looked just like he did at Liberty, at Auburn.
Yeah.
But we were too dumb to put him in the game.
Might already have the tools in the toolbox.
Yeah.
Yep. G said, is Marcus Davis
But it's a good point. I understand the point. Yeah.
Is Marcus Davis the answer as the wide receiver coach?
Again, I say, how much does a receivers coach really coach? I mean, running backs, for all due respect, and I know that they do a lot, and they do more than they get credit for, I'm sure. But it's a kind of assumed running back coach, wide receiver coach. What are they really?
Yeah.
Recruiter.
Yeah.
That's where you recruit. I mean, how much do you really coach a wide receiver?
Well,
you can't coach a guy to catch. He either can catch or he can't.
Well, they do some things. They do some drills, and they have some periods at practice where they do. I promise you.
Oh, I'm
it's
sure.
It's not like the receivers are going out and wondering what route they're supposed to run. So,
True, yeah.
So Tony Bamberg's prediction is 21-17, Auburn on top. So far, he's 0-4 on predictions, so maybe we can turn that around, Tony, you and me both.
Please predict Mississippi State win, man.
That's right. Let's flip that. And Dano Sinclair said another 3-2 game.
Boy.
They had a 7-3 game last week.
Yeah.
Gosh, let's hope not.
Wow. Yeah, that 3-2 game, that will go down
Good grief.
in infamy forever.
Unbelievable.
Wow, 2008. All right, get back to a couple of more of these. Is the QB rotation difficult? Good question, Peyton Thorne said. I don't know. I've never had to do that before. It's a new challenge for me. I've never really seen anybody else do that either. So I don't know if there's anybody I can ask to learn from. Every time I'm in there, I'm trying to do what I'm supposed to do and do what I'm being coached to do and execute and make a play when we need it. You can't get you can't get in there in a situation like that and try to do too much. I don't feel like I've done that, so just keep going in there and executing the play that's called. If it's called to hand it off, to hand it off. You try to pull it out and make something crazy happen. It's new. I've never done that before, so I don't really know.
Well,
nobody's done it before. I mean, people have done it before, but it's never really worked.
Well, Andy, he said, good question, I don't know. But everything else he said after that was, this is whack.
Basically saying, nobody else is doing it for a reason. Closer, offense is closer than people think. He said, I think so. We've got to get on the same page there again and get moving in the same direction. I feel like we have made progress during the week. It's just not showing on Saturday. I think we're going to do that this week, and we'll be on the same page Saturday. Yeah, well, miracles happen, I suppose.
Well,
but
we
you
can
keep
hope.
doing the same thing. I mean, everybody keeps saying that. I keep hearing multiple players talking about that. It looks good in practice. We're executing in practice. But when we get out there on Saturday, it doesn't. Something's missing. Something, we're not on the same page. Well, I don't quite understand that.
Andy, one of my favorite things in the whole world is Coach John Wooden's Pyramid of Success, which is a brilliant teaching tool, motivational tool. The top block on the Pyramid of Success is competitive greatness. Translation. Translate what you're doing on the if it's working on the practice field, get out there on Saturday and compete and be great and make it happen. And that we hadn't seen that consistently.
No, not at all. Now I will say this, Peyton Thorne's a captain, and I remember I was watching Saturday, and it was one of the times that Robbie came in and it was his drive. But we got backed up to a 3rd and 6 or 8 or something. They come in and Peyton Thorne's immediately sacked on the play. Mm-hmm. He is frustrated beyond measure, which I don't blame him. And I looked up on the video board and it followed him. He went to the sideline. And he took off his helmet immediately when he got to the sideline, and he was talking the whole way. He wasn't talking to anybody in particular, but he was saying something, and it was not flattery.
Yeah.
It was not flattering. So I don't know what he was at, but I think he passed by, I believe it was Cam Riley. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it was Cam Riley. And Cam Riley stuck out his hand just to give me 5, as he walked by. And Thorne, I don't think really even saw him because he was so mad and focused as he was walking by. And I thought, and every time somebody, when somebody gives you on a football sideline, somebody wants 5, you give them 5. That's,
Yeah.
But he walked by him, and I thought that's a bad look.
Yeah.
It's a bad moment. Thorne stopped. He turned around. He walked back 5 feet. He gave him 5, and then he went and sat down.
Yeah.
I said, that guy right there, I think that's my guy.
Yeah.
Just for that little thing, I think Peyton Thorne.
He said, you realize.
I think he's got it right in the head.
Yeah.
And he knows. I think he understands. But can we get it? I don't know.
Well, Andy, if we're going to rotate quarterbacks, can we not at least give each one a series or 2 apiece, see what's working, and go with the hot guy? This bringing one guy in on 3rd and long, it's not fair to anybody.
No, that's terrible, terrible. But let's turn around when we come back. We'll talk about what Robbie Ashford had to say this week. Don't go anywhere. More to come on this edition of the Auburn Blitz.
L&G Ad Agency is the go-to vendor for all your digital and print marketing needs. We have in-house production for all projects, including graphic design, web design, social media marketing, videography, and print marketing. Our video production is up to industry standard with modern 4K cameras and drone capabilities. We pride ourselves in client-committed relationships, and every project is personalized to your needs. Visit lmgadagency.com for a free quote today. Let us tell your story.
Lake Martin Garage, located on Highway 280 in Jackson's Gap, has been serving our area since 1993. From routine maintenance such as oil changes, tune-ups, and rotating and balancing your tires, to transmission and engine repair, our trained and certified mechanics will get you back on the road better than before. Need a tow? With a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week towing service, Lake Martin Garage has local and long-range pickup. Trust your vehicle needs to the professionals at Lake Martin Garage. Call 256-825-6139, or better yet, stop in and see them today. Lake Martin Garage.
What's the verdict?
Can't fix your heat pump. Need a new one.
Uh-oh. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Daikin.
Call on Kevin Kill and Sunshine Heating and Air at 256-825-4849, Central Alabama's premier Daikin dealer.
So what's he thinking?
Oh, he's thinking Daikin.
Daikin, one of the top selling in the world.
Now I'm thinking Daikin.
Daikin. Comfort for life.
Passion, the obsession that burns within. Determination, the burning desire to make it. Drive, the motivation to be the absolute best. Skills, the tools to perform at the highest level. Excellence, the feeling of achievement. At Central Alabama Community College, you can release your passion, show your determination, display your drive, and showcase your skills to achieve excellence. Central Alabama Community College, central to you, central to your success.
Frontline Outfitters provides all your aftermarket parts for your cars, trucks, and as well as your professional tinting solutions for auto, residential, and commercial buildings. Frontline Outfitters also handles vinyl wraps, spray-in bed liners, truck accessories, LED lighting, paint correction and detailing, and much more. Make sure Frontline Outfitters of Alexander City is your first call for tinting and aftermarket solutions. Call us today, 256-409-8100.
Lee Apparel is your go-to vendor for screen printed and embroidered apparel and promotional products. We print and embroider free custom-made graphics or outsourced designs on everything from t-shirts, headwear, corporate wear, team sportswear, high-end safety apparel, and promotional products. At Lee Apparel, you can always expect quick turnaround time, competitive pricing, friendly customer service, and free in-hands delivery on all orders. Visit us at leeapparel.com to get started.
Lake Martin Mobile Detailing is the #1 auto and boat detailing company in Central Alabama. Don't trust your boat or vehicle to just anybody. Hire the professionals. Top-of-the-line ceramic coating, detailing, gel coat restoration, and paint correction gives you the options to take care of your vehicle the right way. Located at 702 McCarty Road in Dadeville, Lake Martin Mobile Detailing will have you riding in style. Call them today at 256-794-2328 for Superior Automotive and Boat Detailing.
J.A. Smith Construction is your trusted choice for construction site clearing and grading for new home construction, underground utilities and site work, concrete paving, storm drain installation, fish ponds, and slough dredging. No job is too big or too small. Call Alexander at J.A. Smith Construction at 256-896-1400 or email asmith@jasmithconstruct.com. J.A. Smith Construction, your trusted choice for construction.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David here with you. Only about 30 more minutes left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. David, we are looking at some of the things that Peyton Thorne and Robbie Ashford had to say this week about the quarterback position, about the rotation that they're having to be put through here. We heard Peyton Thorne's side of it. How about Robbie Ashford? We had a comment talking about, well, was that a dig at Robbie Ashford when Peyton Thorne says, look, when you get in there, you run the play that's called.
And Robbie admitted that he'd made a mistake early in the game.
How to have success in your package? That is the question.
Your favorite word.
Yeah, really. Robbie Ashford, quote, I feel like we just have to execute better. I feel like we have the plays there, like on Saturday. I made a mistake on the first play, just trying to be a little too aggressive when I should have handed it off. Just the little things, the little details, those always play a big factor in the game, but I feel like they're great calls, great setups. Now, it's on us to go out there and execute it and make sure they're called at the right time. Just those little things. I feel like Coach has done a good job with the packages and everything. It's just going out there and executing. So he admits, look, he made a mistake on that first. That was on him. Should have handed it off. Instead, you get a loss, and it's 2nd and 12 instead of 2nd and 7 or 8 or whatever it might have been. This one I thought was pretty. Which is the one about he talks about?
I want you to get to what
the
should
kid
your
about
package
Texas
look like.
Do what? Oh,
what should your package? Yeah, that's it.
Is that it? Okay,
Yep.
That was a good one. Well, first of all, thoughts on the quarterback rotation. So I got Peyton's thoughts. Here's Robbie's thoughts. I kind of went through it last season, so it's kind of easy for me just to know what to expect. I just got to go in every day and prepare myself like I'm the starter, even though I might not be. That's just the biggest thing. Just honing in on my package plays too. You got to know all of that. It's just really, for me, just knowing my package plays on top of knowing the playbook. Those are just the big things, and he talks about that. Robbie says, look, I did this last year. What do you mean? I mean, everybody doesn't do rotation?
Yeah.
All right, here's the good one. We both, this jumped out of the page at us. What should your package look like, Robbie? Robbie says, quote, I feel like it's a stereotype that I can't throw the football. But, that's kind of whatever. Because I was playing, you see Texas's quarterback, he's sitting out with the injury that I played 9 games through. That should tell you in itself what I was going through. But people don't really want to look at that. I don't really care because they're not doing what I'm doing. They're sitting on TV, sitting behind a phone screen with all that. I look at it as right now, it's me more of a running guy, but I know I can sit back there and throw the ball around the yard. I did it last year before I got hurt.
So here's what I say, Andy. If that's true, now that's Robbie talking.
Yeah. He was banged up last year.
He was.
That's not any doubt.
But here's my deal with the rest of the season, and I don't think it's going to pan out like this. Pick one and run the offense through the Hugh Freeze offense, not the Robbie running package offense or the Peyton Thorne offense. Run the Hugh Freeze offense through the one that you choose, because you and I both know when Robbie comes in the game right now, the play calls are going to look very similar. Mm-hmm. He threw 4 passes Saturday. He did. 2 of them my grandson could have completed. Very short passes. The one downfield to the tight end, that was nice.
Yep.
And then he threw the long one, the duck into double coverage, which should have never left his hand.
Got intercepted.
Yeah. So let him run the offense. I'm with you. I hate this because you don't think every defensive coordinator in the league is ready when he comes in the game.
Why
with his
are you
run
taking
tackle.
him out of the game? If he feels like he can throw the ball, clearly the coaching staff has no confidence that he is a good passer. Because they take him out at 3rd and 6 or 3rd and 5 or more.
Obviously not.
Now, here's the ironic thing. Peyton Thorne has been the more effective runner. So, and he's the more effective passer. So, why is it not even a consideration at this point to say, okay, Peyton, it's your show. Let's roll with it. And, if you get hurt, we'll put Robbie. I don't know. Well, we got a phone call on line 3, I believe.
All right.
Hey, caller, you're on the Auburn Blitz.
Hey, y'all got a good thing, good conversation going today, and Brett and Renda had one going too. So since y'all debating this and saying what the players are saying, and Robbie is thinking this way, these people really ain't giving him a chance to really be a quarterback, or they have no faith in him. Then this coaching, isn't it? All of this is coaching.
Yeah,
I'm asking y'all, is this coaching?
It's coaching decisions on the way they want to run this thing, and I don't think Andy or I either one agree with the way things are being done, James.
And that's not and we don't went through the concerning part, but ain't that again? We go back to ain't that concerning?
Yes.
It is, but the only thing that I can add to it, James, is we're not in practice every day, and we don't see what's going on in practice. Therefore, I'm just speaking half of what might be reality. But it's just frustrating. I'd like to see Robbie, the offense opened up to Robbie if he's going to come in the game, not just the Robbie run package.
Right, and so I guess the million-dollar question is this here. And Brett loved to go with the, we got a rainbow coalition down there, talent-wise. And JJ is a positive, very positive guy. He sees nothing wrong. So the million-dollar question for me, since we know, in essence, this is a throwaway year. Andy, you said it yesterday. They can lose every game, but, show up. And I'm under the same situation saying that maybe he's doing less with less or less with more or more with less, that people thinking we got less down there. Now, we may have less, but it ain't that much less. And my question to you guys is this here. We went out and got 60, 40, 50 transfer guys. We brought in freshmen. Next year, we're going to bring in 20 freshmen or so and probably go get another 30 or 40 transfer guys, or 25 or 30. My question to you guys is this here. And to be honest with you, like JJ say, next year, no matter how many freshmen we bring in, ain't about a few, 5 or 6 gonna play. Now, if you can't develop what's going on down there now, and this team basically gonna be the same team next year. Basically now, think about it. You ain't getting rid of all them 21, 22 starters. If this is the team that basically you gonna have next year, they still gonna be a rainbow coalition. They gonna be, as most people would say, not SEC players. Then you're not getting the right coaching right now with something with a season that people done gave up on anyway. That you can just go ahead and make good decisions and do what you need to do and find the players that you know you're gonna have to lean on next year. Then what gives you hope? I'm in on it. Don't get me wrong, I'm in on it, but I'm just critiquing like we all critique with other schools. Then what if he's not getting, so evidently these quarterbacks, in his opinion, is not gonna be on this roster next year if he ain't got that much faith in Robbie to throw the ball. So what gives you hope that we're going to have this same rainbow coalition next year? 5 freshmen may be playing a little bit. 40 more transfer, 20 or 30 more transfer. Texas, Oklahoma coming in the league, they're going to get stronger. And he making a decision like this, these few decisions, then what do you see?
All right, James, we got to get to a break.
Hang up and listen.
All right, thank you. We'll take a break. We'll come back.
That.
We'll come back with that. More to come right after this.
76% of nurses say they went into the profession because they wanted to help patients. No matter the reason you decided to become a nurse, you have all the tools needed to advance your degree at Jacksonville State University. Our Master's in Nursing program is now offered fully online and can be completed in less than 2 years. You can customize a flexible course schedule so you can receive your advanced education degree all while working on the front line. JSU Nursing, your opportunity to advance your career and serve your community.
At CNT Electric, our clients are our priority. For the safety and security of your family and home, our technicians are professionally trained, drug tested, background checked, and wear uniforms with name tags. We're proud to have served the Elk City, Dadeville, and Lake Martin areas for the past 10 years. Give us a call at 256-234-0007 for all your electrical service and repair needs, or visit us on the web at www.cntelectricllc.com and spell out the word "and."
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce, because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Lay your best to rest. Call the best. Lewis Pest Control.
Lewis Pest Control is now serving Alexander City and the entire Lake Martin area. They've been family owned and operated for over 60 years. Whether it's residential, commercial, or industrial, Lewis has environmentally safe products for all your pest control needs. Lewis Pest Control.
Lay your best to rest. Call the best. Lewis Pest Control.
Russell Do-It Center and building supply stores have the tools and materials to get the job done right, whether you're a professional contractor or just a weekend do-it-yourselfer. With everyday customer conveniences like a drive-through lumberyard, price match promise, and our Best Rewards program, each of our 9 locations offer top brands and building materials like lumber, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. Visit today and see what Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply can help you build tomorrow.
Bugs Island is your boating headquarters. Are you ready to hit the water and go boating this summer? Bugs Island has all kinds of boats, with one sure to fit exactly what you want. Fishing boats, sport boats, pontoon boats, and all with low monthly payments. Call 1-800-I'm-READY. Bugs Island Service Department experts are also here for you to keep your boat in top running condition. Call 1-800-I'm-READY. Don't be left standing on the bank this summer. Visit online at bugsisland.com and don't buy a boat till you get a Bucks quote.
Lake Area Realty specializes in Lake Martin real estate. They can help simplify your next real estate purchase or sell and have helped many home buyers and sellers through the area buy and sell real estate with precision. Lake Area Realty utilizes powerful marketing tools and knowledge of the lake to help you with your next move. Call your local hometown agency today. Lake Area Realty at 256-825-4800. That's 256-825-4800. Lake Area Realty, helping you find your way home.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David here with you. Just a couple more segments left in today's show. 256-234-6221. Give us a call. Let us know what's on your mind. If you got any thoughts on James's question. What gives you hope? You look at this and, you know, you've seen what we've experienced offensively, certainly for the first 7 games. Why do you have hope for Auburn next year? Looking at the roster as it is, looking at the recruiting class right now as it is coming in, do you have hope? David, you said you had an answer to that. Go ahead.
Well, you mentioned blind faith off the air. Got to have a little blind faith.
In the beginning, in a first year of a situation, I think there's some blind faith that has to be.
Yeah, and let me. I'm gonna disagree with James. He harps on this a lot. I totally disagree. I know we played Georgia close at home. It was one of those nights where everything was just clicking. We are way off talent-wise with this roster, and if you don't believe that by seeing what you're seeing, I question your football IQ. I mean, it's obvious. I know that Hugh Freeze has even said this in certain circles. Probably shouldn't have gotten out, but we got to get some players in here. The last 2 years of Gus Malzahn and the 2 Brian Harsin years, you take those 4 recruiting years, and that set us back. You're not going to make that over in 1 year. He had to fill a roster this year. He did the best he could. The man hadn't even been on campus for a year. We don't see what goes on during practice. Now, you and I do agree that we would like to see the quarterback situation handled differently. But do we really have all the information that we need to make that decision? No, we do not. So I trust Hugh Freeze. I like what he's doing recruiting-wise, and eventually those kids are going to be on campus, and they're going to be on the field.
I'll be quick with this, and then we'll go to a phone line. Number one, I don't know. I'm not, like you said, I'm not in practice. Just because Robbie says I'm capable of throwing the football, the coaches are obviously seeing something in practice that lead them to believe that that's not the case.
That's true.
Now, I watched him make some great throws last year in between a bunch of bad throws.
Right.
So if he's the same guy, they don't feel he's consistent enough, there's that. So, I mean, just because Robbie says it doesn't make it true.
Yep.
Number two, what gives me hope is the fact that, look, I mean, I could argue to say, yeah, we've lost 4 games here in a row, but, hey, we were competitive against Georgia. I really was not expecting us to be that competitive against Georgia, even at home. We were competitive against Texas A&M. We were competitive against Ole Miss. Maybe the fact that we are competitive against 3 of those 4 teams is the fact that we are being coached up and we just don't realize it.
Absolutely.
I think we got to step back and say, okay, at the end of the year, this painting is only about half done. Got to wait until the end of the year. Let's look back on it then and see how we really feel about it. Now, the offense is atrocious. I get it. And the passing game is beyond terrible. But
the fact that we're getting what we're getting, Andy, it may speak more to the quality of coaching and the lack of roster depth than people realize.
It could. I apologize. If you'll hang on, we'll get you up in the next segment. Don't go anywhere. More to come on the Auburn Blitz right after this.
J.A. Smith Construction is your trusted choice for construction site clearing and grading for new home construction, underground utilities and site work, concrete paving, storm drain installation, fish ponds, and slough dredging. No job is too big or too small. Call Alexander at J.A. Smith Construction at 256-896-1400 or email asmith@jasmithconstruct.com. J.A. Smith Construction, your trusted choice for construction.
Sign Source is your local vendor for commercial and residential sign manufacturing and installation. We offer all kinds of lighted and non-lighted signage, from retail signs, LED message centers, event banners, vehicle wraps, the whole spectrum. We also offer service and repair on existing signs, as well as retrofitting to LED or installation of outsourced signage. We have the knowledge necessary to fulfill all of your signage needs in the short or long term. Visit signsourcenow.com to get started.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
Chick-fil-A is always the best option when you're on the go, but they are also great when it comes to planning your next event, from tailgating to birthday parties to weddings. Call Chick-fil-A Alexander City at 256-289-7955 for catering, or order on the Chick-fil-A app. Make sure to choose the Alexander City location and have your catering order ready to go. Nugget trays, mac and cheese trays, fruit trays, cookie trays, gallons of our famous lemonade or tea, and chilled grilled chicken sub sandwiches, and a lot more options. Make it Chick-fil-A Alexander City for your next event.
Folks around these parts have known for a long time that Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is your number one stop for automotive service and repair. At Walls Tire, you'll always find quality service at a fair price on everything from AC, name brand tires, big or small repairs, routine maintenance, towing, and more. When your car or truck needs to run right, there's one place in the area to go, conveniently located and easy to find. Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Passion, the obsession that burns within. Determination, the burning desire to make it. Drive, the motivation to be the absolute best. Skills, the tools to perform at the highest level. Excellence, the feeling of achievement. At Central Alabama Community College, you can release your passion, show your determination, display your drive, and showcase your skills to achieve excellence. Central Alabama Community College, central to you, central to your success.
For more than 40 years, Ingram Equipment Company has helped companies, towns, and cities with their dirtiest, most challenging jobs by providing the very best equipment and by helping them keep in tip-top working condition. IEC represents leading manufacturers such as Heil garbage truck bodies, Timco sweepers, Step pothole patchers, and many more. We proudly support all athletes and teams that compete across the state and wish them good luck this year. Ingram Equipment Company, ingramequipment.net.
The interstate is backed up this morning due to an accident.
So you don't like sitting still on the interstate? Get the free Algo traffic app. With Algo, you'll have the information you need to avoid problems on your route, to work, to home, to the beach. Traffic backups, wrecks, lane closures, all with current info and live traffic camera feeds. Know before you go with Algo Traffic, ALGO Traffic from the Alabama Department of Transportation. Get it today and arrive on time.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David here with you. One final segment on today's show. Who was the call? Randy
James.
From Talladega
Randy,
said Mississippi State 21-14 over Auburn.
Yeah.
I hope he's 0 for 4 in his predictions as well. But let's go back to the phone line. Hey, James, you back with us?
Oh, yeah. You know I had to call back David.
Yep.
I don't ever put Auburn with Alabama and Georgia as far as roster. But that's the only two that you can actually say maybe LSU, maybe, because they had about 40 players to come in too since Brian Kelly been there. They done had 60. Matter of fact, they couldn't even fill a spring game because they didn't have enough players. So they had to turn over their roster. But besides Alabama and Georgia, it's 14 teams in this league. Now, you can't sit up there and tell me that there's no more than 4 or 5 teams in this league that got a better roster than all. That's my point, I'm making.
I certainly can.
In this Rudy Poo League this year, there is not no 14-team team in this league got a better roster up than Auburn. That's all I be saying.
James,
basically. I'm not talking about Alabama and Georgia. They've been in the championship game the last 2 years.
James,
The rest of the SEC been down. So that is my saying, and I'm not. I told you, I'm not down on Hugh Freeze, but we still can critique Hugh Freeze. And my concern with it, and I'm gonna go ahead and tell you my concern about Hugh Freeze. My concern with Hugh Freeze is that I'm hoping that the offense that he brought in from Liberty and the offense he ran at Ole Miss years ago, I'm hoping that he done added to it or changed it a little bit or whatever. I'm afraid of his offense from years ago. That's my concern with him. And my other concern is I don't think when he had a chance to go out and get all-star coaches, head coaches that been fired, real coaches, and he was saying on his press conference that he got people blowing up his phone, and he was afraid to go out and not afraid, but he didn't go out and hire money, all money can buy staff. And he put this staff together, and I wouldn't take this staff probably over nobody in the SEC. Those are my two concerns, and with Hugh Freeze. But other than that, I believe a man should deserve at least 2 years to give him a chance.
James,
I do not think 14 teams in this league roster is better or no better than Auburn. And if he don't win these next 4 or 5 games, then you really going to have some concern. So, no, it ain't about all Alabama and Georgia roster. Maybe LSU, but everybody else, I don't see no difference. I think we are secondary better. I think we got great running backs if you use them, decent running back. Only deficiency I see, our receivers is not being coached up, but they don't know nothing, and our linebackers. Them the only deficiencies I see, really, because you got a good, if you ran the ball, I think our offensive line is a good running group. Maybe not passing, but running. So, no, I agree with you. They ain't better than Alabama and Georgia, but everybody else, I don't see that much difference. Thank you.
Appreciate it, James.
I got two, since I can't get a word in when James calls because he don't breathe. James, I got 2 things to say back to you, brother. I love you. I love it when you call. Number 1, you always call this a Rudy Poot league. This Rudy Poot league has won 10 out of the last, 12 national championships. That ain't Rudy Poot. Number 2, if you polled every single coach in the SEC right now and asked if they'd trade rosters with Auburn, you'd get very few takers. That's all I'm saying. I'm out.
I think top heavy would be the national championships. Georgia and Alabama.
Well, true, but
most of those.
LSU's won one. We've
won
one. You know, it's we're there.
Sure. I mean, I would agree.
If we're a Rudy Poot league, I'd like to coin the rest of
it certainly, there is no dominant league this year. There is no dominant team this year. This is kind of an outlier. Yeah. Normally, I would say that the SEC in most years is far and away the clearly the best conference in America.
Yeah. So James and I are just going to disagree on the roster, but that's okay.
That's fine.
That's fine.
And again, I like how James says, I think we ought to give him time. 2 years.
2 years, yeah.
I mean,
James got Hugh on a short leash.
Being real patient, but give him 2 years.
Short leash.
No, I kid. All right, it is October the 26th. On this day, Sid Gilman, Hall of Famer, college and pro, and born on this day, 1911. The great Mahalia Jackson, gospel singer.
Wonderful singer,
yeah.
yes.
1911 as well. She died in 1972. Jackie Coogan. Do you know who Jackie Coogan is? Uncle Fester.
Oh.
On the Addams Family.
Yes.
Born on this day, 1914. Bob Hoskins, Who Framed Roger Rabbit? No. He was in a great movie with Denzel Washington called Critical Condition.
Ah, yes.
He had a heart attack and ended up getting a heart transplant from a young lawyer that was killed, Denzel Washington. And he gave him his heart, and he was like a ghost. He kept seeing him.
Yeah.
It was actually a really good movie. Pretty
Absolutely.
Jacqueline Smith.
Charlie's Angels.
Lovely. Born on this day, 1940, 78 years old.
Wow.
Jacqueline Smith.
How about that?
Pat Sajak. Would you like to solve the puzzle?
Is Pat, he's about to retire, isn't he?
I think he
or
is.
Is that Vanna?
No, well, I think both of them may. But I think Pat, he's maybe has turned his last letter. Rita Wilson, wife of
You know what
Tom
they need
Hanks.
to do on Pat Sajak's tombstone? They need to leave some letters.
That is a great call. Bob Golick, born on this day. Carrie Oates, Princess Bride.
Okay.
Among others. Very funny guy. Natalie Merchant, 10,000 Maniacs.
Yeah.
How about Keith Urban?
Yeah.
You like him? And John Hader, Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah.
Born on this day, 1977. It's going to wrap it up for us. Thank you so much for being with us. He's David. I'm Andy. Join us tomorrow. We'll talk again soon.